Hop it back to the main plot. I keep forgetting about the side quests. Yep. Wakey, wakey, we gotta go play with your Reaper friends. It's fine, you headed in. Yep. Glad to see Orcus hasn't sunk his teeth into you yet, Svarn. Don't go thinking he's given up on trying, though. He's out there, savoring you from a distance. A really fucking far distance, considering I've been running around on a different plane. Can't resist checking in on his prize, just as he can't resist seeking out morsels to tide him over till his feast. Reports we've received of a man pale as death skulking about the sands is proof of that. And then there's the matter of this blunted dagger. We don't know who sent it, but we do know what it means. It's a warning commonly used by the less savory elements in Ul'dah, a warning that the next will be delivered sharp and straight to our bellies. More fool them. They've no notion of what we've faced and lived, thinking we'd soil our small clothes over empty threats. Let's hope it's nothing more than that, lass, seeing as we need to follow up on those reports sooner than later. Anyone fancy a bit of fresh air? If we catch a whiff of Orcus's foul stench, all the better. Svarn, I want you to ask around near Blackbrush Station, and I'll head to Stone's Throw. When you're done, meet me there, and we'll share what we've dug up. Testing, testing. Okay, good. Nice. I think I have my sound working again. Hello again. Okay. Get to see the start screen for once. Log in with the button. Let the bun in. There we go. I recognize that self-assured stride, the mark of a man ready to take on the world and then some. It must be the Eorzean Reaper the boss sent word about. I'm almost disappointed to tell you nothing is amiss. The soldier in me would have loved to see a Reaper in action. I once fought in the Imperial Army, though you wouldn't think it to look at me now. I served proudly under Lord Valens in my youth, until the day he ordered us to use common folk as fodder in some pointless skirmish. I refused and was sentenced to death for my candor. Needless to say, I didn't keep that appointment. Compared to that evil, toothless threats and ghosts are no bother, but the less jaded are more excitable. One lass in particular has been jumping at shadows. She claims to have seen all manner of terrors, but I suspect she'd be startled by her own reflection. Still, if you want to lend an ear to her delusions, you can find her in Lost Hope. Oh, ma'am. Hello, who are you? Oh, did Drusilla receive my missive? She sent someone to rid us of this terrible evil waiting in the wings? Truly, she cares for us as if we really were her flesh and blood, just more than I can say about my own. Not once have I longed to return to the life of comfort I left behind in Garlemald, and I have Drusilla to thank for that. She isn't the reason I left home in the first place, of course. Had I not met my beloved, I would likely still be feasting on lemon cakes and in ignorance. In ignorance of love, of freedom. I found the former in Garlemald, and the latter in Eorzea, as our new life blossomed into something beautiful. Not every day has been easy, not even most days, but Drusilla's watchful eye has kept us safe, and our freedom was worth any measure of hardship. Such terrible fear gripped my heart when my beloved told me of the pale man he spied on the sands, but now that the family has come to help, I can breathe a sigh of relief. I'm sure you wish to know precisely where to find that horrid creature, but I cannot help half so well as my beloved might. Seek him in the southeast, and pray put an end to this nightmare. Yep. Yep. Do-do-do-do-do. I think he might be hiding behind that tree. Through devilled mist the hunter doth now tread, tracking the scent of quarry others dread. In darkest night cry for a keeper. Lo, by your side he walks, the Reaper. Hey, Widget. You missed me having some technical issues. Apologies for the effusive display, friend. I'm a poet, you see, and cannot resist putting into words the flood of emotions that accompany such a striking figure as yours. Oops. Ah! The bloodlust emanating from this void scent is potent and powerful. Love my fancy little draw animation. Feed my bird real quick. Mind me standing in an awkward spot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my savior, my godsend! Would that I could have aided you, but alas, a poet's pen is of little use in battle. Unless, of course, that battle involves not swords and scythes, but words. Just ask the sire of my beloved, who is even now licking the wounds dealt by the invective verse I composed after he had the gall to forbid our union. A masterwork of scathing metaphor and subtle remonstration. Alas, for all their pretensions, nobles are anything but subtle in their age. We were forced to flee, to abandon our homes with only our love for sustenance. Nevertheless, I've regretted not a single moment of our life in exile. In Eorzea, we found an unexpected treasure. Freedom. Freedom of mind and freedom of heart. Ah, but I digress. Surely you did not seek me out simply to save my life and leave with a nod and a smile. Did you wish to commission a poem? The pale man? Aye, I encountered him whilst wandering these arid wastes in search of inspiration. I felt the gaze of some terrible presence upon my back, and when I turned to meet it, he was standing there, grinning like a butcher in a bullpen. He wore robes much too thick for these scorched sands, and his skin looked as if it had never been kissed by the blazing sun. Worst of all, his eyes were as two bottomless pools of blood. I feared my end had come, but then he vanished as quickly as he had appeared. Ah, so he just wanted to do a jump scare and then leave. Perhaps I've been reckless. Recent incidents made it clear that the cost of inspiration is higher than I'm willing to pay. I shall return to my beloved, for both my safety and hers. Thank you again, my savior. There you are. And? Another one of his accursed minions. Well, I suppose we can take comfort in the fact that none of the family came to harm, yourself included. Well done. Speaking of which, what do you think of this family you've been thrust into? Speak freely. I haven't lived this long by taking offense at opinions I don't want to hear. Seems like any other family to me. Seen some odd families then, I reckon. I'd like to think we're one of a kind, though. A collection of cast-offs unfit to live under the Empire's boot. Yours truly included. Much as some enlightened types might tell you otherwise, people like to have a say in the life they lead. That's what separates us from those bugs over there. Born queens, workers, drones, bred into roles ingrained so deeply they wouldn't know how to live otherwise. The glory and prosperity of the hive. But we've got it in us to be different. Might be born into farming, soldiering, or politicking, but we can choose to walk a different path whenever the fancy should strike. Ain't in our nature to accept our lot without question. No, we have to believe in something. Put our faith in it. Only then will we deign to march in step. Yeah, just a little bit. Don't be mean to the bees. And indeed, faith of a savage stripe is one way to get us dancing to the same tune. Others might be compelled through faith in logic or law. Intangible, invisible, they're cause enough for killing and conquering if it suits the queen. The invaders have sullied our birthright for 8 centuries. No longer. We march for locus amoenus. With a few righteous words, his radiant Solasos Galvus whipped the hive into a frenzy. Hey, look who it is. Once that fire is burning, the passion of the masses can't soon be quelled. What was once a wish for home became a holy mission to spread enlightenment. Enlightenment which would not suffer such beliefs as the beastmen held. Countless scores rendered up their lives on the altar of empire until an entire continent was united under a single Magitech fist. For those who still dream the dream of unity, a deed worthy of song. Yet some awoke to see it for the tyranny it was, my grandfather Rulus included. And wiping off my glasses. Talents of the Reapers are passed down through bloodlines. Rulus was the best of us, the most accomplished and feared in the Order's long history. The duty of the Reapers, our role in the hive, if you will, was to deliver our countrymen from corrupt and power-hungry tyrants. When Garlemald found religion in conquest, its appetite grew to be insatiable. My grandfather pondered this conundrum for many sleepless nights and came to a decision. He would relieve Solasos Galvus of his life. "20 years ago, he slipped into the deepest chambers of the Imperial Palace, silent as a shadow until he could hear the Emperor's beating heart. Yet when Rulus returned to me, Solus was alive and well. My grandfather, on the other hand, had a skittishness to his step, and his black hair had turned a pale white. He said naught of his encounter with the Emperor, save that the most powerful man in Garlemald was no man at all. Yeah, about that. Shamed in his defeat, my grandfather sought greater power. Bit by bit, he gave more of himself over to the void scent behind his avatar. Orcus struck when Rulus was weakest, taking his flesh and soul in one fell swoop. When he was finished, not a mote of my grandfather remained in that body. There was only Orcus. The fiend flew into a rapturous frenzy, and my family were his first victims. I remember the chill of his teeth sinking into my flesh, gnawing until they reached my very essence. Now am I standing here before you, then? Oh, Orcus gorged in a soul that night. It wasn't mine. Not exactly. It was my avatar that filled his belly. Seems that was all he could stomach. Some might consider that a lucky twist of fate, but I had little time to ponder my fortune. Fled soon as I was able. His radiance never looked kindly on those trying to end his life, or their families. I wandered about for years until I settled here and started seeking out others like me, others who had awoken from the Empire's dream. Lemures is what we call the spirits of the dead in the Garlean tongue. A fitting moniker if there ever was one. Waking up for a long sleep ain't unlike climbing out of the grave. I can attest to that. Son of a bleeding. Remind me not to give such long-winded speeches when the sand is blowing in my face. I'm heading back for some ale. See you at headquarters. I I'm not sure I'd worry so much about the sand as the rain right now.
Sorry, it's going to get noisy.
Welcome back, boss. How was the family? If I go quiet for a bit, it's because there will be background noise. Shaken, but unharmed aside for some tousled hair and mangled verse. Orcus left one of his minions behind as a gift, but Sfar made quick work of it. I always said he was a keeper. You have an eye for the fierce of heart. I wager he could slay Orcus all on his own. Not that we'd let him take all the glory. Of course we wouldn't. We'll all be there when Orcus tries to take his prize. I don't think we'll be waiting long, either. Noise over. back to game. Orcus said he'd strike when Svarn was ripe with fear and hatred and despair, seasonings he's loath to forego. I've an inkling how he might try to draw out those emotions, and finish off a half-eaten meal besides. Right you are, Drusilla! How many nights did you mourn your lost avatar, the wellspring of your power? I must say, it was quite the dish. I think not. Move so much as a finger and our head will hit the floor. Ooh, that's it, Svarn, that fire. I want to see it burn. I want to see it rage. I want to see the hatred seep into the depths of your soul. Shall I make this Drusilla's final breath? Or this one? It is so very hard to choose. I was right not to give in to my baser instincts, to allow the thought of your taste to simmer in my mind as you and Drusilla formed a bond, a kinship, even. Born from an understanding of her inconsequential ideals, that you may better appreciate the bitter loss. Perhaps I should wait a while longer, to let the flavor of your hatred mature and the tang of your malice ripen. I can make use of Drusilla yet, revel in her screams, exult in her misery. Ah, how splendid it will be! All the while my prized piglet growing fat with loathing and succulent with terror. Patience rewards the dutiful gourmand, after all. When your tantalizing flavor has fully matured, I shall return, and I shall reap my harvest. Unfortunately, he does seem to have gotten under my skin a bit. God's damned void-sent bastard, soulless piece of shite! Fuck that fucking demon spawn! Aye, that's the spirit. Right, we need a plan. First things first, find out where Orcus is hiding. The rest of the family should be able to help with that. In the meantime, you need to prepare. I know you're good, Svarn, but we can't leave the boss's life to chance. Sharpen your skills and your scythes, and sharpen them once more. The boss can do naught against Orcus without her avatar. That means you'll have to do the heavy lifting. Of course, I'll do what I can to afford you an advantage. You can count on that. Or Drusilla. Okay. Which class do I want to go with? Alright, I still need to raise up Bard, but I've raised up everything else. Why not? Let's stick with the Reaper for now. The ladder is situated to the north and west of right. Let us make our way there, Svarin. And to write in style. Weird how we've been to every single place on the map, but there's still an empty space for another place. So weird, isn't it?
I'm sure it's just a graphic warning.
It would seem that you're in agreement with my dad. Neon says hi. Svarin, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Y'shtul and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with aether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. Well, I do have a giant scythe. That should help me with procuring lumber, right? I think, Svarin. Directly to the south thou wilt find a dry dock, Venmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. There we go. Oh there, sinner. Haven't seen you around before. Need a gate down, I take it. If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. Want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that?
Have you seen the giant floating mountain over there? I'm trying to get to that.
If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. Look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor in return. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber's lying about the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you could just ask Grithel for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. Good idea. Take stock of the supply of lumber at the shipyard. What you learn can be reviewed in your key items. Hey, Grithel. Hey, taking stock for Irvith, are you? Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted, though, so we tossed them out. Oi, Grithel, another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged, so only good for kindling now. Right then, bring the good ones here and be sure to let Irvith know as well. So, how many planks does that make now? Yeah, you're writing down those numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. You jot down the details of the conversation. I want to check the math. Let's see. 63 minus 9 plus 12. 66. No, 68. Okay. 68 minus 9 plus 12. That's 71. Okay. You count 11 planks in the stack. Okay, where's the third one? Oh, damn, where is that third stack? Down there? No. Under here? No. Maybe up over here? Aha, there we go. I think I'd have to turn around the other way, but you do use foreign. You count 24 planks in the stack. done, are you? So, how many planks did you count? Oh, God. I need to actually do math. Yes. And by the spirits, we mean his notes. Minus 9. It's 12. It's 24 plus 11. Gives us 106 by my count. Aye, that's exactly what I counted. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fair puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. It's promised I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for? What do you need it for, anyway? I already told you. You were serious about the ladder? I'll be damned. If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. Once a living, we all reach to do something greater. This fellow you say is in charge. You reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project?
I mean, you can ask. I'm sure he'd welcome the help.
Wonderful. I'll round up the lads and lasses and we'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. Cool. Back we go. Come on. Hi-ho, Shadow. Ah, thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber?
And some more people, too.
Well, well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not but that the work shall be completed ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. You know what? I imagine so. It would be like taking a nice hot shower after going out in the cold. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. But prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. For the present, it would appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulemore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amaranth. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exile? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood, knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. Solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Em itself. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else. That's the spirit. Come on, then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure. We ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day. Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Oh boy, we're cooking now. And here we finally are at Top Rung. The others should arrive ere long. Happy notes, Faring. Come up here. There's something I need you to see. What could this be about? There's a village, Svarn, over to the northeast. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I, but that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. I want to take a look, Svarn. Oh, of course, volunteer me. Volunteer the guy with one eye to take a look. There's your surroundings for the mysterious person. You can move the camera and zoom in and out, and target the figure and inspect them. Hello. Hello there. The creature stares at you unflinchingly. This probably isn't the mysterious personality, say, Sigh? Sigh? Yeah. I've been meaning to keep an eye out for shoe bills. I completely forgot. Hello? There you are. You've located the mysterious person. However, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly returns back to the village. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. Ah. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently by your reckoning. Crates and barrels are laden with unknown contents. Hang on a sec, I want to... feed my bird. Aha, there it is. Time to go rock climbing. Come on, let me up. Let me up. Up. There we go. Shubo was giving me the eyes because he knew I had snacks in my pocket. You hear faint sounds from inside the building. However, the door refuses to budge. Hand over the snacks or he will trigger Svaren's PTSD again. Allie say, come on. I could have sworn I heard a noise. Don't peer into the window like a creep, Allie say. The cups are half empty, half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. What news, Svaren? Were you able to find anything of note?
People are definitely still living here.
Indeed. While there's no one to be seen, 'tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? Hey, been a while since we last saw you. You're Tristal, the artist from Mulemoor. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Mulemoor. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the great cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did, at any rate, until Mount Gold broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here?
I mean, other than the mountain?
So Vothri is a sin eater, and he's fled to Mount Golg. 'Tis a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. Vothri was enough of a jackass for me to believe it. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Your help will be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Vothri, we must find a way to reach Mount Golg. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Yet another hapless soul that Alfino saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Svarin and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very well then. Just take care out there. Double check. Any No. Yep. Back to mission music. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then. This is a really nice path. Go away! Damn it. Yeah. That's how they get ya. Yep. There it is. Yep. 2 of them. Run. Oh god, stay away from that thing. Do not attack me!
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there. You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first, we need to determine if climbing is even an option. The The more I look, the less likely it seems. Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Urianger. And you too, XIV. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us at Top Rung. Thither should we make our way.
All right, back we go. Don't you things wake up. Honestly, I'm okay with you trying to eat my face. Look way down, that doesn't break my ankles. I didn't expect to see the Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Golg. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthry's winged devils.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Yulmor's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt a refit.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to earth!
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder, seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed, yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. A solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Let's see. First, we'd need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found in the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armorain. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Kholusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmor is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmor and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners? But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand. Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
listen, we've been busy. Exactly. Oh. We're the artist, Alfino, and his assistants, of course.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alfino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been... never mind.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
I don't know, he kind of looks like he's having a bit of a crisis over there. His wife is excited. When he asked for my hand, my husband promised that he would one day build a telos that could take us to the very heavens, and now he'll do it. Aww. Looks like you're gonna have to keep your word, Chynaz. Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. Actually... What? A village of Yulmoran exiles? God, I love that particular Mikote male pose. People refer to this as the raptor pose. Yep. But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. Oh, this will never work. Never. I never should have fixed that right left. Never should have written it up here. Never should have. Never should have. Julia, can you, like, cheer your husband up? Also, real quick. You have anything interesting to say? Shall we see how we might be of service? Ah, nothing of import. Oh dear, darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Svarin. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. Bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You'll need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation. Get a sense of daring. Comforting pets may also work. Though I think she might be better suited to those pets. Choose words that will best encourage Chynaz. In order to succeed, you must lift his spirits sufficiently during the conversation. Chynaz is plagued with self-doubt. I can't do it. No one can. A Talos of that size, no one's even dreamed of it. I mean, your wife is counting on you. I know. You hardly need to tell me that. You think I'd disappoint her if I could help it? Yeah, exactly. Chynaz is plagued with self-doubt. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers. They're not barely likely to give it. Crystal's among them, you said so yourself. Must you've forgotten we essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Yeah, things won't improve by themselves, actually.
Things won't just improve by themselves. You have to take the first step.
I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. This is a chance for everyone to come together. Even if they hurled stones at me, perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. China still harbors some misgivings. But what then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous talus is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they'd think that the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd!
I mean, it's less absurd than the change that's come to Yulmore.
Well, I can't argue with that logic. As enormous as the task is, it's simply a matter of finding a solution to a practical problem. From that perspective, it's not entirely unrealistic. China still harbors some misgivings. Realistic or no, there's no guarantee of success. There are risks to consider should the venture fail. I imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Valtteri and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters and we'll meet a horrible end.
I'll protect you. I'll protect everyone. Don't you dare test me!
I see what you did there. That's how you win over the masses, with that irrepressible aura of dependability. But very well, you've made your conviction clear, and I'm assured in spite of myself. I won't let my fears get the better of me. It's unseemly, if nothing else. China's is feeling somewhat optimistic. Still, I find it astounding that you can have such certainty given the circumstances. Tell me, why did you throw yourself into the midst of such a grueling struggle? I mean, strictly speaking, that was the truest answer, but, that too.
Protect those I love.
Indeed, what else could compel us to face such dangers? I too have someone I wish to protect, with whom I want to live out my days in peace. China's is burning with motivation. We succeeded at her mission to be a therapist. Yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers. With Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe.
I can keep you both safe, god damn it.
Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? It is not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believe lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire. The desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling, like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talos. And you shall be, my dear. I will have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. I'm glad my words struck a chord. Shall we? Off we go back to Amity. Don't blow up in my face. Go blow up somewhere else. So hey, Tristal. You! You are very right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I'm tasked with delivering these people to Mount Golg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation. You've every right to be upset. Valthyri's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now that what we did to you, to full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. Not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you, hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. Wanted to be you once. One thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past. We mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Golg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building. Nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Heck, wicked white. Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. I forgot about one rather important item we needed to bring a Talos to life.
The heart?
That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. I mean, yeah, definitely. They were at least drugged into passively accepting all the shit that Vothri was throwing at them. They're still the ones who were like, yeah, they were still the ones who were like, we don't like your paintings, get the fuck out. We hired you for paintings, but we don't like your paintings, so go away. So, while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable of bringing to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. If you seek material for the Talos' heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They're the Thuls, a dwarfing family that have long mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they would be willing to cooperate. True. Well, I mean, they were still technically under the effects of the drugging when they when they changed their mind after the painting. After they kicked us out for the painting. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they would be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You will find the Thuls at their village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamat, and do not forget to greet them. Greet him with a hearty lally-ho! Permit me to join you, Svarn. I would keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to the two of you, then. The variety of ore doesn't matter so long as it's rich with aether. Also, sorry for standing in your face like this, China. Look at me looming over the poor guy. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. And I think... So, oh, god damn it. I'm not in a sanctuary, so I guess we're just gonna be rocking out with this. Rocking with the tits out look. Go away! Is there an Amaro here? No. Oh, yo, you'll be wanting an Amaro porter, am I right? Before we get you in the saddle, let me make a note of your name. Standard procedure, I'm afraid. So this is Tamra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many. I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Yeah. This man is like 5'2". Lily-ho! What did you call me? Lily-ho! Ah, rouse and greetin'. You've clearly been practicing. Road, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the citizens of Amity, we've come to seek the aid of the Thole family. May we speak with Chief Zamat? Why, yes, yes you may. Why, yes you may. I am Zamat, and I bid you welcome to Tamra. If it's the folk of Amity what sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Let's hear it. Well, and here I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and all them sin-eaters neither. If we're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of ore you seek's precious to us, too. If I let you have it only for you to bungle things up and squander it, like, no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy. It needs of a trial. A trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of Thole. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. Genuinely kind of growing attached to this particular outfit. I might have to build a glamour around this later. Listen well. As you know, we're a mining folk, and in the mining life, danger's a constant companion. So, when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial what tests the 3 traits all good miners can't do without: discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Okay. Now, look on my helm. Mark its features well. You'll be given a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves as wear helms what are different. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. Oh, right, I should grab this. Before I forget. You must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mind Runner, you use a slingshot to shoot them as wear the wrong helm. Let's begin with the spot of practice, eh? Search for the dwarf wearing the wrong type of helm. And Okay. For all its reaction, the creature may as well be made of stone. It only stares at you unflinchingly. Nice shooting. Keep it up in the actual trial, eh? Aye, that's the way. Next time, it's the trial for true. Let me know when you're ready, eh? Ready for the trial? Right this way, then. This time, there'll be them as wear the right helm. You shoot them, you fail, so look carefully before you let the stone fly. Yes, yes. Well done, a fine show of discernment and dexterity. Well done, well done. The trial never lies. You've got what it takes to be a miner. Run along back to the chief now and get on with putting an end to all this strangeness of late. That was a very easy trial. That was some impressive shooting, lad. Consider me satisfied. Aye, 'tis plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and help you find the ore you seek. Did you know that Kholusia is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times. But every so often, the self-same veins yield what's called seed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was, we used to refine earthseed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. The stuff's still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look. And no place is sure, and then the Dwergar's tool. Problem is, the site's occupied by our age-old rivals, the Gogs. Greedy sods claim the place is theirs and refuse to let any other bugger near. Oh, there never was a more odious lot than them Gogs. I could go on forever about those hornless whore sons, but then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What it boils down to is this. If you want the Earthseed, you've got to deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up to the challenge? We have dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it. I'll go with them. You, Korut? I couldn't help overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gold, but I didn't know why. To think the last Light Warden's hiding up there. The fate of Kholusia, no, the world hangs in the balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This here's Korut. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarf's. But put him in the thick of battle, and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. If all he needed to do was dig, he'd be your dwarf, but he's liable to become a sin eater's breakfast before he can even manage a swing. It's true, I'm hopeless in a fight, but I still want to try. Please, please let me go with you.
I take care of you, you take care of the ore.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Karut, far be it from me to stop you. Keep him safe, though, will ya? We will most assuredly encounter sin eaters along the way. So, with you in our company, they will be more a spectacle than a concern. Oh boy, time for a solo duty. Dwergar's tool lies in a cave to the east. I'm ready when you are. Keep to the road and head east. I'm in your hands. It seems we have a fair distance to cover. Be on your guard for sin eaters. Way ahead of you. Speak of the devil's Svar, and the one on the left is yours. All right. See that Karut comes to no harm. What? How? Thank you. Oh, I'm done. Let me help you out with that one. So we've got 2 mages. Amazing, you two are really strong. It may interest you to know that Svarn is a great hero in the land whence he hails. Some would say the greatest. Come, let us keep moving. Really? Oh, you must have some stories to tell, Svarn. That he does. Tales to impress and inspire you in turn. By all means, have him regale you with a few once our work is done. I can't wait! I don't know why you gotta move so fast. Come! Stay behind us, Korut. But they're behind us too! Oh, shit. Oh, good job. Svarn, focus on the enemy. I will protect our charge. I'm keeping an eye on your health, my dude. Phew, I don't know much about fighting, but you two make a great team. Arn is a team unto himself. I merely follow his lead. Well, it looks like you've been doing this for years to me. Is that so? I shall take that as a compliment. Take the compliment, my dude. Did I say the wrong thing? Not at all. Your words are most heartening. Indeed, I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other, anyway? Well... What? There's more of them! It's too close to Amity for comfort. Let's finish them quickly and move on. Concentrate on the ones coming for Karut. I'll see to the rest. Howie? Don't worry about me, dude. I'm literally a healer right now. I can handle myself. Yes! Very convenient. Oh, dear God. I do. You gotta do some DPS too. Rule number 1 of being a healer, you gotta do some DPS. Hurry, this way. How much farther to the cave? Not far, it's just past this rise. Ah, I believe I see it. Again? It appears we are surrounded. Fortunately, I have a little trick for such occasions. Yoder! Svarn, draw them in. Yeah! Trying to draw me in. Tis done. Let us press on. Right. Yeah. Oh. Ah! Goddamn sin eaters. Just as we're about to get there. Yeah, that's a very good concern there. One last push then, shall we, Svarn? Put away my book in order to just pull it out again. See if I can. Haha! There we go. I will shield Kurut. Give the eaters everything you have. Oh, jeez. I'm giving you that. I'm throwing that on you. Oh, you were taking a beating. Jeez. You know what? I'm going to focus on keeping an eye on you. Oh dear. Oh. I know this fucking theme. Clever game, clever. No. Let me take this. Let me take it. Oh dear. You okay, Exarch? It appears the commotion drew this one out. Svarn, time to bring all to bear. Come on. Yep, back up, Karut! Oh! Oh no. Not now! Oh, this is bad. Ah, let me up! Let me up! Let me up! I think not. Your tale will not end here. Ooh, thank you! Yeah, come on, man! Don't die! If you do, I'll be next! There we go. We're alive. We're alive. Let's hurry inside before any more Sin Eaters come. Right, follow me, please. I'll take you to the Dwergar's Tool, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. If the train and bench are any indication, we are at the Tool. Ah, there! The Gogs, with their ugly, unkempt beards. They realize we're here, they'll come after us. Best to take them down first. You're not so hasty, Korut. The animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I will use an enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool Sin Eaters, but it will suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earth Seed? Aye, I'll take up the choicest stuff there is. We would be much obliged. Without further ado, then. Vanish! I can see straight through me. Right, a digging we will go. Let us not be idle either. Though Karut cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some few gogs from the field. To that end... Dream powder. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Laxon Loft.
Ingrid had some too.
Truly. It seems our alchemists got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if it has been useful in our endeavors, then I have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal close to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. I could just cast sleep on them. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word, and I will cast the enchantment. Ready to begin? Very good. Aha. Be an aether current. Should the enchantment fade before you finish tending to all the dwarves, return to me and I will cast it anew. Yep. What transparent entails. During certain duties, you may gain the transparent status effect, which restricts available actions but allows you to pass by most enemies undetected. Use this invisible state to reach your destination before the effect expires. You will lose the transparent status when the effect duration expires or you change areas, causing nearby enemies to detect you and preventing quest progression. You may return to the starting location at any time to refresh the duration of the transparent status. If it is already expired, it will be granted anew. Let's see. Yes. Haha! And do this unmolested! I think that should be... Oh man. Yeah, that's all the ones by foot. Ugh, I can barely keep my eyes open. Time to call it a day. Yeah. Man, why are there all these critters running around? Where did they come from? Harry decides to sit on my shoulder. What is that fairy sitting on? So drowsy. It's safe to work when drowsy. Better get some rest. You know what? That's very fair. Do not try to mine while drowsy. All work and no ale makes something of something, and I'm spent. After all that dream powder, hopefully it hasn't backfired on me. Oh, the dwarves have taken their leave. Good work, my friend. We've done all that we can. Let us await Karut's return. I'm back! This is the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough, or shall I go and dig up some more? I dare say it will suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Karut. Let us carry this back to... Oh. Oh dear. Are you all right? Worry not. I shall be fine. long as I've been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. He might have overdone it. I may have also overexerted myself in the moment. Actually. To have this rare opportunity, yet be unable to enjoy it to the full. Who goes there? That's Glag, Chief of the Gogs! You're one of the Thulls! I see. Word was our miners weren't coming back drowsy. We're coming back drowsy, one after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find here but Thull scum skulking about? It's a spineless act befitting your limp beards. What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impudent whelp, better a hobgoblin's nose hairs than the feeble floppy things you Thulls have hanging from your faces. Grrr. I'm gonna pick you both up by the scruff of your neck. Like oil and water. This is not like to end of its own accord.
I'm scruffing them.
Svar, do you perchance have some dream powder left?
I have to put an end to this.
And let us put it to use and be on our way. Though something tells me we've not seen the last of their bickering. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have a choice. What the swiving? Out like a light. Snore, snore. Forgive me, Karut, but we need you to be calm as well. I'm sorry, it's just, when it comes to Gogs, I can't help but see red. You needn't apologize, my friend. You are here on our account, and we have naught but gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came for, however, it is time to take our leave. Talos awaits its heart. I'm glad I could be of help. If you need any more Earthseed, just let me know. The reward for this is espresso after we spent so much time putting people to sleep. Well, my friend, much as I have enjoyed our time together, I think it best we split up, that we might accomplish our tasks more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely into the hands of Shai Nuz. While I am thus employed, would you be so good as to deliver Karut back to Tamra? My thanks, Farn. Brief though it was, it was an honor to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. I'm totally feeling Do. Time to go galumphing off. Yeah, we didn't properly explore the intervening area, did we? Oops. Good thing he's wearing pants. You keep saying, Widget, that they should invent fabric softener. It's funny because I ended up starting to put Erna in fairly short skirts because those ended up preserving her modesty better than some of the longer skirts. A knee-length skirt should not be giving me a panty shot when she's kneeling down. Let's see about some of these side quests. Word about Comra. Right? You heard the latest rumor out of Comra? The strangest find in recent memory, though actual details as to what said find actually is have yet to emerge. If you do happen to come into any juicy tidbits, I'd be keen to hear them. The suspense is killing me here. There we go. Well, scuff my helm if it ain't that traveler we've been hearing about, and the elders had more than a few things to say. Let's be giving you a proper welcome then, eh? Lolly-ho! Lolly-ho! Right. Now that's what I like to see, a lolly-ho straight from the heart. I only wish my own boy would put a bit more effort into his lollies and his hoes. He's always busy failing with his damn automata. No time for swapping words with folk of flesh and blood. Every dwarf knows that a lolly-ho gets a lolly-ho, or you're asking to become an outcast. Mother does worry, she does. And that's only the half of it. I know it's just a stage all lads go through, but the little bugger has to argue with every word I say. Oh, I've just had the most clever idea. Do not listen to me or the other villagers, but maybe, just maybe, curiosity for a stranger will win out over that sour attitude of his. To try, don't you think? Please, befriend my son, Ronit. Just get him used to giving a proper greeting, that's all I ask. And I tell ya, he really is a marvel with automata. If you end up getting along, he might even show you a few of his stranger contraptions. Ronit! Look, we've got a visitor. Why didn't you say hello? Who are you, then? What, you got something to say to me? Lolly-ho! Oh, you know our greeting. Lolly, mumble, mumble. Oh, Ronit, my lad, you can do better than that. Head up, eyes front, no need to be shy. I'm not being shy, I'm stoic. Yes, dear, if you say so. Now, Ronit, is everything else all right? You seem to be looking for something. Oh no, it's just, I sort of lost my hammer. What? Of all the irresponsible, careless, foolish... Ronnie's hammer has been in the family for generations. It's a priceless heirloom that once belonged to Watts, the blacksmith of legend himself. Now, what are you standing around for, boy? Find that hammer. We will do what we can to help. Right, why don't you have a chat with some villagers for me and ask if they've seen Ronnie's hammer? Just remember your dwarven manners and all will be well. Should probably trade her over here. Hi-ho, can I interest you in some dwarven crafts? Other Kholusian fineries? It'll only cost you a few bicolor gemstones. Nope. Accidentally advanced the main quest. Lovely ho, glad you're back and in one piece. How did you fare with the Earthseed then? I got them all they needed. The Exarch's on his way to Ebony with it now. Good to hear that young Karut was of help. As it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone, saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building a Talos, we reckoned you'd be needing some mining tools. So we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go round. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at top rung already. Go and see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? Alright. Let's finish up around town before we go over there. You want words with me, then? Give a dwarven greeting. Oh ho! That's a fine lolly-ho you've got there, lad. I like you. Ronit? Ah, that sulky sprout's lost old Watts's hammer, has he? Oh, lucky for him, I believe young, gentle dwarf picked it up. It's time I was getting back to work, then. Good day to you, stranger. You're talking to me? Give a dwarven greeting. Oh, what's this? A perfect lolly-ho. You're no ordinary traveler, I see. The hammer I picked up? I reckoned I would hand it over to the elder for safekeeping. You're saying it belongs to young Ronit? Oh, he can be such a touch shouty, that boy. Do you think you could take it back to him for me? That's my part done, then. Where are you guys? You out and about over here? No, you're just around the corner. Huh? Why are you still here? Wait, this is my hammer. Well, would you look at that? You see, Ronit? Give the right and proper greeting, and folk would be glad to share a bit of kindness. Could be that you've a thing or two to learn from Svarin here. Are you lecturing me again? Well, maybe you're not such a bad sort. I'll just put the hammer in a safe place somewhere. I mean to be a famous smithy myself someday, so I'd best not lose it again. I'll leave you to it then. I know my boy's not the easiest to get along with, Svarin, but he could sure use a friend like you. I don't need a friend. I don't need anyone. We're not going to be friends, understand? But you can stay around a little longer. If you want. So now what? You're staying around then? Not that I care. Soon. But since you're here, I might as well show you one of my favorite automata. I present to you the invincible, the unstoppable, Megasonic Frog Boy! Ooh. He might not look much different to the other models, but I've upgraded him with some new features I invented. Behold! Lally-ho! Lally-ho. You only need one Ugh, you only need one law. Well, pretty amazing, huh? Hey, what's that look for? Oh, I see. You're thinking he can greet some overgrown toy just fine, but he's too scared to talk to actual people. You just don't understand me. You just don't understand me. I've got bigger things to worry about than minding my manners. You help me out with my stuff, though, and maybe I'll forgive you for underestimating me. Just this one time, though. So, I need you to take this coal to Zamut. She's one of the village elders, and her automaton is due for some fuel. This top is genuinely growing on me. Lally-ho! You must be the visitor Zamot was talking about. What can this old lady do for you? Oh, on a little errand for Ronit, are you? That's nice. I can't get around like I used to, what with this bent back of mine. Would you mind feeding that coal straight into Diligent Spirit there? Poured a lot in then, have you? Thank you, dear. You're as good as our Ronit. When he heard how my back was giving me trouble, that fine young lad went and harrowed together my oddly named helper here. Hardly a day goes by when he doesn't stop past to see it's working properly. Aye, he's a surly boy, but his heart's in the right place. It's just a pity he handles his failures with frustration. If he persevered with his greetings instead of lashing out, I'm sure he'd be capable of a lovely lally-ho. Actually, I'm surprised he even asked you to bring me my fuel. I've never known him to do that before, not with anyone. I have a feeling you'll be the one to get through to him, lad, so be patient if you can. Thank you again for the delivery. Yeah, he's a good kid. You delivered the coal to Zamut, then? Wait, she didn't say anything strange about me, did she? Anyway, thanks for the help. Maybe you and I can be friends after all. Maybe, I said. No need appears to be appraising his relationship with you. Oh, so, this means we're friends now, right?
And it does.
That's good then. It's just, I've never had a friend before. I'm not sure where to go from here. I was wondering though, why did my mother bring you to see me? Was it all her idea? Is that why you're being so nice to me? I guess even if that was true, you're no less of a good sort for agreeing to it. I know my mother worries about me being alone all the time. I can't even talk to her without getting defensive. How could she expect me to get along with anyone else? You've met lots of folk on your travels, haven't you? If you've some tricks to help me talk to the other villagers, I'd like to hear them. You know, this might be the longest conversation I've had in a good while. Must be because we're friends now, eh?
A dwarf needs a good lally-ho.
In that case, I will need your help after all. I don't think I could stand to have anyone else watching over me. You do have one of the best lolly-hos I've seen, so with you guiding me, maybe I've got a chance to improve. I can't skip straight to greeting people, when spending time on my automata is what caused me problems in the first place. No, my only option now is monsters, preferably one that's shaped like a person. Come on then, I'm off to find me a practice partner.
I'm not sure how amenable the monsters would be. I mean, if we found a couple of non-corrupted corpses, I could just raise you a couple zombies to practice with. That seems a lot safer to me.
Yeah. All right, fine. Let's show off why I hate these things. God damn it! Oh God, everything's coming to get me. No. That twitchy lad there should do the trick. As long as I don't make myself a threat, he shouldn't have a reason to attack us. Cough. Hey, you there, two legs. Look at me when I'm talking to— Wait, that's not right. The greeting. Gotta practice the greeting. Lally. Ugh, my hands are shaking. Lally. Hey, you big lump of useless golem garbage. Oops. I didn't mean it like that. I take back that garbage bit. Oh. Right? Ow. I'm sorry, I made a mess of things. Send it off to the deepest mine shaft! Why? Why can't I do it? I'm a bloody dwarf, ain't I? Ronit has fled in his frustration. Perhaps he needs a friend to rally his spirits. Actually, while I'm out here, I may as well do the other, quest. See, Ronit, you're not actually a dwarf. You're a Lalafell. You were adopted from another world. God damn, why is this side quest sending me so far out into the boonies? Yeah, maybe I should wait. I'll come back when I'm actually supposed to go tromping over there. So I'm pretty sure I will have to go out there. Oh, there you are. I ran right past you. I'll never be a proper dwarf. You came after me. You really are a kind soul, ain't ya? And I'm still kind of a prickly sort, but I do dream of helping the other villagers with my smithing skills, just like the Great Watts did. It's just that I've spent my whole life tinkering with automata instead of learning how to speak to folk. I've always been awkward. And that got worse when I realized people were avoiding me. It made me angry. It made me throw up walls and shut others out. And it wasn't long before no one would come anywhere near me. you'll have to leave too, and then I'll be all alone again.
There are people out here willing to give you a chance. I promise you, kid.
You're still trying to help me? Suppose I could give it another try. A clumsy lally-ho might be better than no lally-ho at all. Right, my mind's made up. I can do this. Be the dwarf I need to be. You'll be there with me though, right? Aha! Get an emote out of that. I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm going back into that village to give them my best lolly-ho. You are coming with me, ain't you? Good. I'll start with one of the friendlier folks. Here we go. Yes. I'm waiting forever to get that. Excuse me, burbs. Lolly. Yeah! Even hobgoblins are in it. Are you mad at me or something? Can't give up yet. Maybe someone quieter. Gently now. Oh no. Lolly? Yeah, I gave your back, Ronit. I swear, I don't have your hammer. My nerves keep getting the best of me. Maybe I should just stick to automata. No, I can do this. I'll not let you down after all you've done for me. Hello, young Ronit. Was there something you needed? Lolly? Lolly? You
can do it, Ronit.
Lolly-ho. Lolly-ho! Lolly-ho. Now that's what I call a greeting, dear. Well done. Yeah, you did it. I've never heard a lolly-ho like that before, Ronit. You damn near knocked me off my feet. Hi, I almost thought you were going to strike old Zamut there. How ridiculous. Ronit would never do such a thing. He's a bit excitable, I'll grant you. Those angry words don't speak for his sweetheart. What do you think dreamed up and built my helpful automaton here? It's even strong enough to carry me, should I need it. Now, Ronit, you've shown what you can do. But you give a nice greeting to these good folk as well. Lally-ho! Lally-ho, Ronit. I fear I may have misjudged you. Lally-ho! Good greeting is so reassuring. And here I thought you didn't like me. Nor me. If you've the time, I'd like to see the plans for that helper you built. An automaton strong enough to carry a full-grown dwarf. Incredible. Of course I don't dislike any of you, and I'd be glad to share how I built my inventions. That's a promise, then. We'll be seeing you, Ronit. I can't believe it. Good for you, dear. I think a little gratitude towards your friend here might be in order, Yeah, if you'll excuse me, this old lady has things to do and nary enough time to do them in. Did you see that? I greeted people properly, and they greeted me back. Folk want to talk to me for the first time in my life, and it's all thanks to you. Oh, you have to come and meet my mother again, so I can introduce her to my friend. Oh, hello, you two. Lally-ho! Lally-ho! Oh, polish my helm and shine my horns. No need, you've learned to give a proper greeting. Nothing to it. I had a little help from a friend, though. Well. What did I tell you, eh? I knew you'd be a good influence on my Ronit. You've done for him what his own mother couldn't, and for that I'm deeply thankful. I never thought I'd see the day. Aye, it's the oddest thing. After I'd banished the first Lally-ho, the next one came easier, and now I never want to stop. Well, I'm guessing you've got places to be. Just be sure to come back and visit sometime. Not that I'll be lonely or anything. See you soon, Sfarin. You have learned the emote Lally-ho! There we go, I finally have the emote proper. Lally-ho! There you are, Ronit. Farn, I was hoping you'd come back to see me. Lally-ho! After you left, I said a lally-ho to every soul I could find, and now the whole village has started talking to me. A couple of the lads are even helping me to invent some new automata. Aye, I'm well on my way to becoming the most famous smithy in Tomra. But if I'm to be a truly legendary blacksmith, there's just one little thing I'm missing. A good drop of grog. It ain't that Tomra's brews are bad, but if I could get my hands on an extra fine fermented beverage, then I reckon my work would really take off. So, any idea where I might find a barrel of the good stuff? Right, ale? And this drink once put their village on the map, eh? Well then, I'd best take a trip down the cliff and have a chat with their leader. You're coming with me, ain't you? Yeah. I mean, they're dwarves. What do you expect? And I'll see to that particular quest after I have dealt with the main quest a bit. Whee! Galump, galump. Look at all the people assembled. Looks far, and people from all over have come to help us quarry stone. And this isn't even all of them. As we speak, the volunteers Thangrid and Reen recruited are being escorted to the work site, and by both Crystarium and Yulmoran soldiers, no less. Yep. So as you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem. We don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but we haven't had much luck so far. Oh, how convenient. Pickaxes from the dwarves? Trust you to have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them out to everyone so they can get to work. Hey, Kaishir. We're ready to do our bits for him. We just need tools to do it with. Pickaxes! Loads of them! Now we may all work to our heart's content. While I don't have many talents, I do have a strong back, and what strength I have, I'll gladly use for the sake of peace. We got the ladder moving again, didn't we? If we join hands, there's no talus we can't build. Still haven't repaid you and Alfino for saving me, and I'm not sure I ever could. But that ain't going to stop me trying. I'm with you to the end. Come on, you lot. Look lively. We've come this far, in case you're wondering. Guthjon is here too. We went to start breaking rocks though, so he's gone on ahead. Could have at least left us a spare set of tools. Well, speaking of... Ah, wonderful. Now we can be about it too. Quarrying isn't exactly my stock in trade, but this time I feel as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. Aww. So let's make it happen. Let's build a world where everyone can live without fear, where everyone has a place they can go home to. Right then, let's be on our way. What are you still doing here, XIV? I thought you'd bring your own tools. I did, and I was just about to head off when I saw Jarek. Oh gods, if this plan works and the giant Talos comes to life... Just imagine the size of the trolley you could push! Imagine it! Are you still ringing on about that? How many times do I have to tell you? That's not what the Talos is for! Rent a house where the tracks even go! There's bound to be somewhere, you just need a little imagination. Seeing as the stoneworks is involved, maybe you could have a trolley added to the design. Enough! We're going to work! If I hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushing one yourself. Let the man have his fun. Long time no see, traveler. Are you waiting to be issued a pickaxe too? Actually, I'm doing the issuing. Oh, you clearly weren't, and now neither are we. Rest assured, we will put these to good use and work very, very hard. Even the Amaro's ready to work. Of course, one cannot work on an empty stomach, which is why I brought some tasty worms to share. As much as we would all enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best saved for afterwards? Come on, they're a great source of protein. Greetings, Farin. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carers from the inn at Journey's Head. After night returned to Amarang, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation had halted in every one of them. I can't express what it did to the mood of the place. We were still celebrating days later when who should come along but Alize. She said that she sought the aid of those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call right there and then. Of course, some few carers had to remain behind, but as many of us came as could be spared. I too have great respect for the Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll be sure to treat them to a nice plump worm. My thanks, Farin. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It would be a shame if they fell prey to sin eaters after all the trouble we've gone to. Right, let us see that this plan is a resounding success, for the sake of all in Norvrent. Well, my friend, it appears we are the only ones left here. If you have no other pressing tasks, would you care to accompany me to Amity? There, Yeshua is overseeing those who will imbue the Talos with magics. Now, let us join them at once. Good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say we have gathered ample help for the imbuing. With Master Chai in the process of finalizing his design, I have taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You heard all along as though I have my house in order, but quite frankly, this is the most disorganized mess of a project I've ever overseen. I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. So thou hast proclaimed loudly and frequently, Master Chai. Yet from my perspective, a layman's though it may be, haste notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths, abiding by proven methodology to ensure the integrity of thy design. Aye, well, that's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks. Though our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honored traditions. but I should mention that the Exarch delivered the ore I asked for. Seed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for the Talos. And then everything will be in readiness, or so I would like to say. Is there a problem? In a Talos of, well, any reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate aether throughout the chassis. But given the unprecedented proportions of that which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe we can maintain a stable aether flow, thereby solving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it, but to procure more, I suppose. I mean, easy enough. Runa, mayhap now is a good time to bring them out. A moment, friends. There is something I would show you. I say, are these not heartstones? They are, the most prized possession of we of the Knights Blessed, and these belong to our kindred who have left us. Immersed in water imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbor no small amount of magic. And we may imbue them with yet more prior to the installation on the Talos. What think you? Being from a different region, these cannot be used for the main heart. The peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve. Excellent! When Master Matoya spoke to us of the role we are to play, the Heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult my fellows first. After all, the stones bear the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. But we have now beheld the Sunless Sea with our very own eyes, and by the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know that there is peace beyond. Thus are we also at peace. If our heartstones may serve to restore night to all the world, gladly do we give them. So, Master Chai, if you could instruct us how to distribute the heartstones. And Svarin, good luck. May I ask that you imbue one as well? All right. Rest assured, it is not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when attuning to an aetherite. That would be funny. Imbue the jade-colored stone here, if you would be so kind. The familiar-looking heartstone appears to glow faintly. That will do. Thank you, Svarin. If this heartstone appears familiar, it is because it belonged to Toria. It bears the collective hope of the Knights Blessed, a hope that none shall ever again be sacrificed to sin-eaters. Right, I've identified the spots in the Talos where the stones are needed. Either they're amply imbued and then install them as I've indicated on this diagram. Understood. We will set about the task at once. Yes, hand the plans over to the blind woman. When the Talos awakens and the way to Mount Golg is secured, we shall sally forth. It promises to be a trying climb, so take what rest you can in the meantime. We will see you soon. A moment, Urianger. You said that you would have measures ready in the event that our friend fails to contain the light. Do you? Be assured that I do. All which I require lieth in this land.
So, what's the plan exactly?
To my deepest regret, I cannot reveal the plan to thee. In order for it to succeed, 'tis vital that thou remainest ignorant of its nature until the time is right. Oh, this again? Yet though I may thus keep my counsel, know that I have only thy safety at heart. So rest easy, my friend, and take such ease as thou mayest, the better to be ready for the trials to come. That's not ominous at all. I'm told the rock for the chassis is more or less ready, all quarried and shaped and laid out. That just leaves the imbuers to do their work. Yeah, right. I'll continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment, but it's only a matter of time now. We managed to rally nigh everyone in Norvend for this endeavor. That's a remarkable feat in itself, but will it be enough? China's is looking not a little anxious. There's no point worrying about such things now. I'll get back to my calculations. You, meanwhile, should go and rest as your friends suggested. My wife and the Exarch should be in the tavern. Why don't you join them? Oh, and Svarn? Thank you. The Exarch? He went outside a moment ago, my dear. I would have thought you'd have seen him. He kept me company for a short while, but then he came over rather pale. He's clearly been straining himself, the poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying that he needed a breath of fresh air. Weak as he looked, I did offer to go with him, but he assured me he would be fine. I do hope he's all right. Julia, you're a peach. I kind of want to do main quest stuff right now. Oh, Exarch, friend, where are you? Sliding down that cliff. The Exarch does not appear to be nearby. Oh. But there is a shoe bell nearby. The Exarch does not appear to be anywhere in the vicinity. There's only the shoe bell, gazing unflinchingly southward. Southward, you say? Let's avoid the level 80. And the Talos. Yeah! That is most assuredly a Borb. The borbiest of borbs. Hey, Exarch, you good?
The future is where my destiny awaits. Forgive me, I was lost in a dream. I needed some fresh air and thought to rest for a moment. It would seem I am more fatigued than I realized. Too much time away from the tower, I fear. It drains me, leaves my body frail and weak. Though, in truth, it is debatable whether I can still call this my body. When first I turned my mind towards the salvation of the world, I came to the conclusion that it would take many long years, many more than remain to me. And so I made myself one with the Crystal Tower, that I might live indefinitely. I am but an extension of it now, hence my weakness the farther I travel, and the longer I am away. It has been quite a journey. But thanks to you, the end is in sight. My wish will finally be fulfilled. How goes the construction effort? Then this may be the last moment we have to ourselves for a while. Come, sit with me. Tell me, when all of this is over, what will you do?
Settle matters with the Empire.
Ah, yes. Even should we succeed in forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, the spectre of war will remain. But to declare your intent with such easy resolve, you truly are a hero's hero, my friend. But whatever it is you decide to do, I have every confidence that you will do well. For you have the strength to forge your own path. You will leave countless lives better than you found them, and the souls you touch will never forget your kindness. Then, in trying times, when you question your worth and your choices, they will raise their voices to remind you of the difference you have made. And thus will your deeds come to affirm your path. Remember this.
How about you? What will you do when this is over?
When this is over, indeed. I once told you that there are things we can ill afford to lose. Things, I said, though in truth, I spoke of a person. One who is unaware of the full extent of my plans. Though he deserves to know, I have good reason to keep my counsel. I have come to terms with this in my mind, yet my heart yearns to lay everything bare. For he is my inspiration, and I would give much and more for the chance to speak with him as friends, with no thought of concealment. Should he indulge me with his tales, I would regale him with my own about my efforts in Northrend, perhaps. Though, ultimately, that tale is more yours than it is mine. Then, I would ask him about his next adventure. And if he should wish me to be a part of it, oh, how happy it would make me. Together we would travel the lands and cross the seas and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. My heart swells simply to imagine it. But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle. The people of this world have entrusted their hopes to us. We cannot fail them. Nor those who roused me from my slumber. Thank you for your company, my friend. Let us return to Amity.
Right? Worry not, my friend. I am much revived for the fresh air. And your fine company, of course. Now then, let us turn our thoughts back to the task at hand. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace in the Source. Ooh. Your Radiance, I have taken the liberty of quashing the vile rumors that your heir is possessed by a devil. With the nation in the grip of war, we may rely on patriotic zeal to prevent them from resurfacing. And what of Emmett Selk? He's taken himself to the First to usher that world to its end. Or so I believe. He did not disclose the details of his mission, having ever preferred to work alone. Even to those who have known him since the beginning, his actions can prove unpredictable. I am no stranger to his ways. He joys in playing me for a fool. Full many times have I been convinced that I was acting of my own volition, only to discover all was as he willed it. My dear grandfather. On the subject of our esteemed colleague, his last report, though brief, did contain one item of interest. You've doubtless wondered why the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have not taken the field of late. It is because they are no longer in the Source. The hero of the Scions has journeyed to the First, as have his comrades, albeit incompletely. Their bodies yet remain here in the Source. This presents an opportunity. If we can defeat the Alliance prior to the Scion's return, we may eliminate their order at a stroke. And with the Scions gone, none shall remain to thwart our plans. It will be but a matter of striking down the hero upon his homecoming. Which, lest you forget, is essential to the realization of our objective. Of both of our objectives. Through Heidel's meddling, her champions threaten to wrest the reins of fate from our grasp. The world is at risk of being dragged down the false path. One which will never see man reclaim his true form. It is unthinkable that he should supplant us, incomplete as he is. Such a devolution is abhorrent, and it must be stopped before it is too late. The hour has come, your radiance. Order your armies to march once more. Crush all who stand in your way. This is your heart's desire, is it not? To seize a victory that is yours and yours alone, for the future of Garlemald. Oh dear, you do not wear the mummer's motley well. I was never one to take an interest in tedious conflicts. Yeah, that is fair. People really love the Radiance, the Radiance idea for villains. The whereabouts of my one true friend, however, they interest me greatly. I but hope the beasts of this first are providing him proper sport. I would know every detail, Lord Xenos. Or would we rather I called you Elidibus? Unexpected. Most unexpected. That immortality should be within the reach of one with a borrowed echo. You've outdone yourself, Xenos Yai Galvus. Your son's back! I have no particular attachment to that name, but I am rather fond of that body. Without it, I cannot enjoy my hunt to the fullest. Changed my mind about dying. Right? Your secrets or my flesh, I care not what you give me first. The choice is yours. Yep. We're all in the throne room. Motherfucker. Suppose this is a good time to roll the dice. Yeah, good question. Let's see, which villain should we root for? 10 minutes? But I'm a healer, they should be fast. Yeah, fine, I guess I'll do side quests while I wait. Where the hell actually is it? Oh. Oh. We should definitely do this. You didn't happen to see a lone girl over at top rung, did you? It was her turn to keep an eye on the ladder, but she's well past due to return. No? I wonder what could have... The two of us were once bonded citizens, you see, and we were not treated well. But even after fleeing here to Amity, it seems our experience in Yulmore has left my friend distrustful of most other folk. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that she simply ran and hid when she saw you coming up the cliff. It wouldn't be the first time. I know it's a lot to ask, but do you think you could find her and calm her down? Soothing word from a stranger might go a long way towards rebuilding her confidence. Oh. Motherfucker. I knew if I just did a side quest, I'd end up getting interrupted by the cube popping. Come on, other healer. Come on, healer. Right? Aha. Let us in. Started a trend. My thoughts exactly. Let us out. Yay, finally! That would be hilarious. We're so impatient, we just barrel straight ahead. Where's our tank? Ah, there they are. Hi. Ow! Ow! Excuse you. What? We're gonna be in a mosh pit. Oh god. Yep. Get back here. It's area up there. Ow. Yeah, we're fine. Let's get rid of that. Where are you? Yep. Ow. Yeah. Which means we should go to the middle. Do. Oh, jeez. Okay. You know what? Since you're playing pseudo tank, Come on, slowpokes. Yeah. You're not doing anything there, bud. Nope. Not mean to hit that. Huh. What am I doing? I mean, that's always an option. Yeah, they are long games, so that's fair. Everybody breaking their ankles. There are stairs there, by the way. Oh dear. Oh dear. Someone flew too close to the sun. Exactly. Yeah, guys. Oh dear. Crap. Oh crap. Oh dear. What killed me though? Why are we dying? Okay, someone is working on raising them. And that, everybody, is why you separate those bosses. out here. Where are you? Yep. Ow. Yep. Out. Everybody out. Swear to God, if any of you stay out there. Dragoon down. R.I.P. Dragoon, says someone in the Alliance. Yeah, no, I don't trust that. I don't think we can kill him fast enough. Oh. Well. No, it was not. We revived like right in front of the boss. Oh God! Don't pull until everyone's in place! As someone is fucking pulling. God damn it. Oh my God, he actually got the fucking tank. Yep. Out. Everybody out. I swear to God, Pictomancer. Bring his ass over here. God damn it. Owie! Owie, 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 owie. There we go. Yeah, I was literally thinking to myself, we got a Leroy Jenkins in this team, apparently. Yeah. Oh, wow, geez, okay. 10-minute replacement for a healer. Where are you guys? Hello. Ran down a random hallway and died and then left. I have my... God damn it. I'll grab the key. And that isn't in range. That would have been awkward. Immediately got poisoned again. Got poison in the tank, you assholes. Do we want to open the door? I mean, I didn't catch their name, but it might well have been. For all I know. standing just outside of its range. We'll get some book whacking in between spell casts. Everybody dodged that. Good. Yeah. Oh no! Yay! Alright, I'm level 79. Let me pick up the quest, and then we'll call it a night. Just please don't take 10 minutes to get through the intro cutscene. Right, so, while the two of you were away, I received word that everything is in place, meaning we can proceed with awakening the Talos. Oh well. Once we imbue the magic, it will stir itself and immediately carry out its designated function, namely taking Mount Gulg in its grasp. Svarin, we may be certain that Vothri will not look on in idleness as we beat a path to his front door. Once our plans are set in motion, there will be no turning back. So see to your preparations as meticulously as you may, and I will give the order to proceed as soon as you are ready. Oh boy. And with that, we are done for tonight. Thank you all for coming, and have a good evening, everybody.